India is weighing a proposal to eliminate tariffs on high-end motorcycles like Harley Davidson as part of a broader strategy to strike a trade deal with President Donald Trump without significantly compromising its protectionist stance. The Modi administration is considering scrapping import duties on motorcycles with engine capacities of 750 cubic centimeters and above, as per reports. The move is largely aimed at easing market access for iconic American brands, building on earlier budget concessions, which reduced duties on motorcycles up to 1,600 cc from 50% to 40%. Given that high-capacity motorcycles account for a small slice of India's nearly 16 million annual motorcycle sales, the impact on domestic manufacturers is expected to be minimal. India is also open to a reciprocal zero-tariff arrangement for auto parts, a sector where it sees strong export potential and limited domestic opposition. U.S. President Donald Trump has criticized India for levying high tariffs.
Our economic team, many of them are here today, J.D. Vance, has negotiated what's been called a monster trade deal with India, like biggest one ever. Can you share with us what some of the framework of that might be?
You said England.
India.
India?
India.
Oh.
Mother.
They're not very complicated, these deals. It's about the tariffs. India charges almost more than any other country in the world. And believe it or not, we do very little business with India, other than the fact that I like the Prime Minister very much. He's a friend of mine. He was here 2 weeks ago, as you know. And we stood right outside at a news conference. Unfortunately, the grass was very wet. And it was very hard for people to stand on the grass. They got their shoes all ruined. But other than that, it was a very good news conference. And he's a great guy. But we do very little business. You know why? Because their tariffs are so high. They have among the highest tariffs, higher than China. They have among the highest tariffs in the world. And I understand they're going to reduce those tariffs, but it's really sort of their problem, not ours. We do very, very little purchasing in India because and selling. We do very little selling. I mean, Harley Davidson, I said, how are you doing in India? This is about 6 years ago. They came to lunch as a great American company. They make the motorcycles. And I said, how are you doing in India, as an example? Well, we don't do any business there. Why? Because the tariffs are too high. I said, that's interesting. Well, what are you going to do? He said, well, we're going to build a plant in India. And that's what they did. I don't want that to happen. They were forced to build a plant. Well, essentially what we're doing is the same thing. Remember, there's no tariff when they build their plant here. And everybody wants to build because they don't want to. And the higher the tariffs go, the more likely it is they come in and build a plant. You know, I mean, if it's 25%, that's fine. If it's 50%, you'll get more plants. 75, you get more. At 100, you get more than that. And they're all coming in at numbers that I don't think, Howard, there's ever been numbers like we've seen.
Never.
$7-8 trillion worth in 2 months. Because it took me a month to get started, in all fairness, but in 2 months we did this, and now we're coming up on 100 days, first 100 days, and I think we're going to be close to $8 trillion. There was never any president that did even a tiny percentage of that. Okay.